Now, the Elections Petitions Tribunal has also, not today, but been delivering judgment on the outcome of the off-season governorship election in Imo State. In that ballot, the incumbent APC Governor Hope Uzodimma was declared the winner by the Electoral Commission INEC. And in its recent ruling, the Election Petitions Tribunal found in favor of Governor Uzodimma, and in dismissing the petition filed by the Labour Party candidate, Senator Athan Achonu, said that he had failed to prove that there was substantial non-compliance with the Electoral Act in the conduct of that election. But Senator Achonu, known for his determined grit, has called it a rape of democracy, saying it's emboldened him to insist on rectitude and that he'll go all the way to the Supreme Court.
INEC brazenly refused to abide by the order of the same tribunal directing it to produce before it the beavers machine. It may interest you to note that the same INEC had, prior to the commencement of hearing of my petition before the tribunal, refused to grant access to Labour Party accredited inspectors to inspect the beavers machine in line with an order of the same tribunal. This is regardless of the fact that INEC had extorted from me millions of naira, purportedly as a deposit for the cost of the inspection of the beavers machine. The said inspection never held, and INEC has held on to the money. Interestingly, the tribunal neither made any comment on this INEC's malfeasance, nor sanctioned INEC for flouting its order.
Senator Achonu there. So what chance does he have? Well, for more, I'm joined now in the studio by Senator Athan Achonu, candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 governorship election in Imo State. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you, Charles.
A long few days for you, I imagine.
It is, yeah.
So, and a big disappointment for you, this tribunal ruling. They say you failed to prove your case, but you roundly disagree.
Charles, I mean, it's very obvious.
Well, it's clearly not obvious to them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we expected that, you know, being that the same person who presided over the Kano tribunal, the governorship tribunal, was the same person they sent to us. So immediately that happened, I knew something was going to happen, something was going to give. So, but I had hoped, like I've always said, that I believe that women are, as a matter of fact, I would like to have a woman president. I believe that women are the solution to our problem in Nigeria. The men have been ruling over the years. You understand me? And they have not done anything better. Look at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and she became finance minister. And look at the only person who has refused bribery in the electoral process is a woman, Nnenna Oti.
You mean the Abia State?
Abia State,
case.
Yes. So when my campaign were complaining, the same woman, the same as chairman of her, I said, no, don't worry. She's a woman. Something will touch her heart. Maybe we'll get something different. Because, excuse me, all the international observers, everybody said Labour won a landslide. Then the result was different. Just the whole country saw on television where our coalition officer was insisting that please, before you collect this result, look at the total you have, check the beavers now to make sure that this thing tallies with what is in the beaver, because that's what the law says. The man, instead, you know what they did? They beat him, they kicked him, the whole country was watching. And nobody said anything, except the Labour Party crying. Nobody said anything, Charles. You know?
So why do you think the tribunal, I mean, let's focus on the letter of the law now. I mean,
I'm quoting the law.
No, I understand what you mean,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about the things that were admitted in court to support your case. Why do you think the tribunal ruled against you if your case was so obviously strong?
Charles, I mean, the case of forgery is very obvious. That the law says, if they even asked the witness, the APC witness, what they use for accreditation in an election, he said it was the Beavers report. You understand? And then you have a Beavers report that says that accreditation is 520,000. You have a winner with more than 520,000. And then total votes cast in that election are 700 and something thousand, Charles. Now, the case in Osun State was totally different. You had a case where there were 3 different Beavers reports. It's very understandable. Now, you don't know which one is...
So the court had to decide
exactly
which one was the authentic
exactly
one. Right.
That was why they had to bring in the Beavers machine. You understand? But, okay, now, who is the electoral umpire? It's INEC. So any document INEC gives us, what the electoral guidelines says, INEC we follow. And it says that INEC said that this is their Beavers report. They issued it to us. And nobody contradicted it. Nobody questioned it. Nobody opposed it. Do you understand? And then we brought witnesses. Let me tell you what happened. We were supposed to bring 1,600 witnesses. We are allowed 60 days under the law for cross-examination. Do you know what they did? They gave us only, 12 or 14 days, and allotted 4 hours per day only, each day.
Well, in fairness to the court, I mean, even though obviously the court's job is to make sure that justice is done and is seen to be done, but I mean, in fairness to the court, that's a heck of a lot of witnesses to court.
Well, that's what the law said.
I mean,
that's what we need to prove.
And also, I mean, you wanted to wear them down.
No, but do you know what? We didn't need.
They'd all sit there snoring whilst your people are droning on.
We didn't need all that number to prove our case.
Right.
The 43 adequately proved our case. They showed in those places what happened, and the Beavers report corroborated the evidence. You understand me? And nobody challenged it. Nobody in court challenged it. So how did you arrive at the judgment? You know, it's what it is. You know, we are going to appeal that judgment. Right. And I don't want to come and start talking about that judgment.
I understand, because I was going to ask you what your next move is,
yes.
But you're clearly planning to appeal.
No, yeah, we are appealing immediately, but I'm going to war, Charles. I'm going to wage a struggle, and I'm calling on all aggrieved Nigerians to come and join.
Well, there's going to be a lot of people
yes,
who are aggrieved.
INEC, we have to expose INEC. INEC must be made to pay. Okay, let me give you an example of what happened in 2019 when I ran for Senate. Because it doesn't make any sense, Charles. They say that there was a party that their logo didn't come out. So midway during the election, they brought it to my attention that the ballot papers they are circulating is not our ballot paper. That something was wrong. So I quickly rushed to the INEC rec, one doctor, somebody from Cross River. I said, what's going on? He said, don't worry, that INEC is their internal decision. There's no problem. You understand me? Because they gave us from another senatorial zone, maybe because of that logo that didn't come out. You understand? So it says it's an internal management thing, that's an administrative thing that can take a decision to make sure that the elections hold. I said, okay, fine. Only after election, I won landslide, Charles. And I campaigned without giving anybody penny. I said, no shishi. That's when I started that thing in Nigeria. I didn't give anybody kobo during that campaign. So, at the end of it all, they said that a party's logo did not appear. And when we investigated, it was only in 2 local governments out of 6 that thing didn't appear. Do you know, Charles, they cancelled the election. Fine and good. We went back. I won with 10,000 in the previous election. This time, I won with 12,000 plus. People became angry, voted overwhelmingly. Do you know what happened? I went to take my result at INEC head office. The governor then surrounded the place with over 200 thugs, armed, knife, machete, everything. We videoed everything. They said I will not come out with that result alive. So INEC refused to give me my result that I spent when I was photocopying them. They said the photocopier had broken down. I bought 2 photocopiers I brought. They said their generator I bought generator and bought diesel, brought it to INEC head office so that the photocopying will continue. Do you know they refused to give me my result? I had to call the AIG, then in Umuahia. He's he retired now, Kama. He's alive. Kama, I called him, I said, look, I'm going to kill everybody here this night. If they don't release my result to me, I'll destroy this place.
Yeah.
I said already, they have armed thugs waiting for me outside. So let them give me my result. Let me go and face them. Because they said they were afraid that those who said they will kill them, they will burn the place down if they give me my result. I said they shouldn't worry. I'm the one to kill them. And when I kill them, I'll now go and face the thugs outside. So the AIG asked, so I should give them the phone. I did. He asked them, this man, did he win an election? He said, yes, sir. Give him his result now. That's how I got my result. The same result, my opponent went and forged another one, Charles.
One has to wonder why you stay in politics.
Charles, look, no. Charles, we have to change the thing.
It's not funny, to be honest.
Somebody has to do something. We have to change this place.
But I can understand why you use the phrase "a rape of democracy."
That's what it is.
And I'm not taking your position. I'm simply saying that if that is what you say your experience was, then I can understand why you use that phrase. But yes. I also have to make the point, because we are an objective news organization, that you are saying things about INEC and so on, and you've gone to court. But INEC has the right of reply.
No, I'm coming against INEC directly now.
Let me just make the point. INEC has a right of reply.
Yes, they do.
So if they want to, they can come on this program and reply to the allegations that you're making.
No, let me make further allegations against INEC so that they can reply at the same time. Because there was the same person who, okay, now, do you know what happened? When we were in court, INEC refused to come and so there were now two different results. They now asked INEC to come and identify which one was the correct result. The REC refused to come. I went to Umuahia to beg the man, the admin sec who signed, he's still alive, who signed my result, begged him, said he's retired, he's no more in INEC. He retired immediately after that election. I knelt down. He said, no, there is no more staff of INEC, that he can't come on behalf of INEC. Do you understand? Okay, Charles, listen. All the actors are still alive. So I'm not claiming anything. And do you know the subsequent election, the same man who now replaced me in the Senate, an election I won with over 12,000 votes, went and forged result in the subsequent election. The PDP candidate, I refused to run. The PDP candidate then beat him as well. I just told them to support him. And everybody supported him. All my followers. So he won landslide. Do you know what? They went and faked the result again. But this time they were caught. He was caught. Because INEC had introduced watermark in the result sheet. But he didn't know. So he took the old one and went and wrote the result. There was an internal investigation, Charles. You understand? And they didn't make it public. Professor somebody, he refused to go and hand over the certificate of return. He refused to be part of it. But still, the INEC went ahead and gave that man certificate of return.
Right. So where do you see the problem getting in the way of the justice you say you deserve? Because, I mean, listening to you, it sounds like you see a conspiracy against you everywhere you look, from the Imo State APC government to the security services to INEC to the judiciary.
Everywhere. I'm not alone, Charles. It's almost the whole country. I'm not alone. So do you know the problem? What worries me? You know, what worries me is that everybody is there as if it doesn't concern them, it doesn't bother them. Then the wrong people are elected into office. Wrong policies are made, Charles, that affect their lives. Then they start shouting. And the annoying thing is that the organs in our society, like the NLC, the non-student unions, all these people in the past, these people agitate for change. You understand me? But now they are comatose. They will just make noise. 2-3 days, he will die down.
Some would argue that your fight in that governorship election in 2023 was futile from the start, given that you came third, although you dispute that.
Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what. I mean, this is something that somebody forged. Accreditation 520,000. His own vote alone 540,000. Charles, what they did, they cleverly put me a distant third, so that in case there is a rerun, they will now trash, because they can eat PDP as crackers. So they will not trash PDP. That's what they planned. But they didn't know that they will not allow them to infiltrate the beavers machine. That's where they got it wrong.
You said INEC denied you and your lawyers access to records you needed to build your case in the court.
It was on Arise, Charles.
Well, the tribunal, I'm saying what you said. But
I said it was shown on Arise.
No, but
we picketed INEC before we were able to get anything done.
Yeah, but the tribunal disagreed with you.
Which one? The beavers machine?
Well, they disagreed with the fact that you said you needed access to.
No, the tribunal gave
to
us
records
access.
and somehow INEC didn't
the
honor.
tribunal gave us access.
Right.
INEC didn't honor it. They didn't allow us. As a matter of fact, on that day, over 100 thugs from the state government were in INEC. So, in fact, my boys were almost chased out of INEC physically. Chased out of INEC. But, you see, it didn't bother us. You understand me? We went ahead. We moved on with our case. And my lawyers diligently presented their case, made their case. You understand? But it is what it is. I don't want to preempt the appeal court.
Right, but obviously
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what I will say here now that will be prejudicial to my...
But I mean, is it remotely possible, Senator Achonu, that voters in Imo State may have just decided to choose someone else instead of you as their governor?
I can't say, because I was not in every polling station. But all the observers couldn't have been wrong, Charles. All of them said Labour won. They were on TV, and they are all alive. All the organizations that observed that election, they said everywhere was Labour. Charles, so I mean, I can't. I was not in every polling unit. You understand? So it's the votes, but now the vote. If from EC8E that was used to declare this result, and the beavers didn't match, just say forgery, for God's sake. That's simply what it is. So it has to be investigated. You understand?
Well, obviously, we're not in court.
We're not in court.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is that we're not in court
to
verify the things that you're saying. So we're taking it on face value.
Yes,
but as I
until
said,
appeal. That's why I said I don't want to talk more about
as I said, INEC also has the right to come in here.
Yes,
but I mean, you've been appealing to President Tinubu. What are you expecting him to do?
Charles, I asked him a question. He is the executive. You understand me? The DSS, the police, all the intelligence agencies, he's in charge. So investigation is his forte. You understand me? So I've made these accusations. He knows, President Bola Tinubu is a politician. He knows what's going on in INEC. So, and I challenged him. I said, this is a man who, as Lagos State Governor, he did exceptionally well. He employed very brilliant persons in his cabinet. And he was challenging the president all the time. If he feels that something is going wrong, he will challenge. Do you understand me? And he walked the streets for June 12th. He was a senator. So he
June
knows
12th
it all.
is the 1993 elections that were annulled by the military.
Yes.
Right.
Do you understand? So this man is supposed to be a Democrat. So, but since he joined APC, since his romance with APC, I don't know, so I taxed him. I said, you struggle to become president. Did everything humanly possible. They blocked him. They didn't want him to be president. Strong man, he became. What is he looking for in that presidency? He should change Nigeria, for God's sake. Let it be his
but
legacy.
your party opposed his victory.
Of course,
they
of
said
course.
it was a fraudulent victory.
Of course,
and
we
they
did.
went to court.
We did.
Right, but you're sounding as if you're saying that he actually won
The Supreme Court said he won.
No, I know. That's what the
Yes.
Supreme Court said.
After the Supreme
but
Court
you're a member of the
affirms
Labour
Hope
opposition.
Uzodinma, if Supreme Court affirms Hope Uzodinma
Right.
now as the winner, do I have a choice?
No, you don't have a choice.
Exactly.
But it doesn't mean you'll agree with the Supreme Court.
Excuse me, agreeing is a different issue. Charles, I'm talking about our country.
Right.
Whether I agree or not is my state. I will also do things to make the state progress. Do you understand? That's who I am. You understand me? Because I'm not in it for personal gain. I'm in it for development. So I want things to be working in my state. If there's a way I will assist him, then I will. Are you following me? So now what I'm saying is, he is now president. Do you know why I made that comment? People I was saying, talking about policy somersaults. I didn't want to comment about this government since they took over. But I was impressed when he changed the policy on cybercrime tax.
Well, now that you've brought it up, and I don't
Yes.
mean to interrupt you, beyond the case that you've lost at the tribunal, you are, of course, as I said, a member of the opposition Labour Party, as well as a successful businessman and a former senator.
Yes.
I mean, Mr. Tinubu's 1 year in office comes up this week. How would you score him in terms of his overall performance?
Charles, the economy is very bad. Everything is bad. But let me say something now, because this subsidy, as a senator, the first bill I introduced was subsidy removal. Do you understand? Subsidy removal. Second bill I introduced was to stop the killings in the north. Is just about solid minerals. I investigated it, found out. So my second bill was that no mineral resource should be exported out of this country without processing it, at least primary stage. Do you understand? So I support his policy on subsidy removal, but there are so many things they should have put in place. It's like I read something on Bastards, I've not read it, but the caption that his policies are good, but the way they handled it. That's why I said he should do a clean sweep. Do you understand me? You know, because of the controversy over his victory and everything, he could have tried to shore up his support base by compensating them. But it's time to clean house. It's time to leave a legacy for himself and for Nigeria. Nigeria is going down, Charles. Everybody knows this. You understand me? You don't have to be told. Look at people are starving and dying in the villages. When I go to the village, Charles, I don't breathe. People crying, either they can't eat. So there are some people who in a day will eat only once, and that is not something to talk about.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So he has to clean house. He doesn't have a choice.
On that note, I want to thank you very much indeed, Senator Athan Achonu, and please come back and talk to us as you progress through with your appeal. Senator Athan Achonu is a candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 governorship election in Imo State. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles.
That's it for this edition of Arise Prime Time. Join us again tomorrow. From me and the entire team here in Abuja, bye-bye and thank you for watching.